In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a servo in an SCX24. So the first thing we're going to do is take off the body by removing those two little screws back there. You don't necessarily have to, but it'll just make it a little easier when you're working up here, so it doesn't fall down like that. Now that the body's off, we're going to take off the front wheels just to clear things up a bit more. In order to do this, you're going to need a 4mm hex nut driver, wrench, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. Now that the front wheels are off, we're going to take off the shocks by undoing this screw here, and we're also going to take off this screw here so we can move the whole front axle around. Now that those are off, we're going to unplug the servo. You can see here where it says STR for steering. And after that's unplugged, we're going to loosen up these links with this screw here on both sides. And after you pull that off, this whole section is free. So now we're going to undo this screw right there on the servo horn. And for this, you're going to need a 1.5mm hex drive or Allen key, which is a slight bit bigger than the included one. Now it should look like this with the servo horn off the servo. Next, we're going to undo this screw and these two screws to free up the servo mount. With all those screws done, you can just pull the servo off of it, and you can leave that on its mount because now we just need to put this on the new mount and put it back in. The new servo that I have right here actually takes a bigger servo horn, like this, than the stock one does, so you'll actually have to take this off if you have a new servo that needs that. This goes here, this goes right here. So I actually ended up taking off the front bumper because the servo horn was rubbing on that. Now the last thing to do is to actually get it set up. So you'll need to plug in your battery and the servo right there into the steering port. And then once you turn it all on, it should work. Mine works. So next we need to turn the trim, which is right here, to the very center. That's about the center. And now we have to get the wheels centered like this. And then plop that on right there. And then it should turn it. One other thing is, at least on mine, when I steer all the way, it kind of pushes in a little extra bit. So I just will have to kind of, watch how much I steer, not do too much, because I don't want to hurt anything. But that should be good. There we go. Now it's all put back together. I tried it on this little crawler course over here for just a second, and it works really well without the servo saver like this one had on it. It works amazingly. It actually turns when you want it to. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you a lot, and I will see you in the next one.